In this video, we're going to show you what a game turn might look like in Battleborn Legacy. This player is playing the hero Gwen, and her hero and army is located here, and the stronghold is here. She also has a forward base here, where there is a knight and a goblin. Those are the only two territories that she currently controls, as this is the first turn for her during the game. Now as we look here, we're going to follow the turn sequence. So the first step is heal units and repair structures. Well, Gwen is not damaged, so we don't need to heal her. And her stronghold hasn't been sieged, so we don't have to repair that. So we're going to move to step 2, which is Ruin Blessing. So the player is going to roll this Battleborn die. We're going to check that out there. We rolled a scroll. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what symbols are on the territories that she occupies. She has a scroll here on this territory, and she has a coin on this territory that she owns. Now, with the scroll symbol, it says draw 1 red discovery card for every 2 territories occupied with this ruin. She only has 1, so there's no effect. When she gets a second one, she'll be able to get a red discovery card. Essentially, the gods are awarding her with a magic reward. If she had rolled a gold coin or an ally, she would get 1 race ally for each cross swords that she has, or 1 gold coin for each territory that she controls that has that symbol. So the next step in the turn sequence is purchase new units and structures, and they would be placed in the queue. So we're going to go ahead and spend 4 of her 5 gold pieces here, and we're going to take a look at a unit cost card here, and we can buy an artisan. So we're going to buy an artisan, and we're going to buy a swordsman, and we're going to take those and we're going to place those up here in her queue for later deployment. After the purchase phase is combat and diplomacy. So at this juncture, she's got a couple options. She can either battle with the knight or use diplomacy here, or certainly she can battle with her hero and army, or use diplomacy with her hero or army. Because the hero is only level 1, she only gets 1 action. And so the army is going to battle this elf here. So we're going to move her into that territory. And this knight is going to use its diplomacy skill here and move into this territory to acquire this goblin and the territory. So diplomacy is always going to work for either the knight or the hero, but it only works for the race alliance that you start the game with. So this is an automatic territory claim right here for that player. In this territory, we're going to go ahead and do combat. Now the elf would roll 1 green die, range die, and then the army here has 1 bowman. So Gwen's going to roll 1 green die for her bowman. So we're going to go ahead and roll those. Now the elf actually needs an 8 or better to hit on defense. Now if you can see this, the first number is its attack value, the second number is its defensive value. It needs an 8 or better for both. It rolled an 11, so that is a hit. And the 7 missed with the bowman because it needs a 9 or better to hit with the ranged bow attack, so the bowman missed. Now fortunately for Gwen, her special ability is she can block 1 ranged attack during combat, so she simply blocks the ranged attack from the elf. She's pretty tough against all ranged units. Now she has melee units on her battle board here. She's got a swordsman, a goblin, an artisan, and herself. So the swordsman would roll 1 red die. The goblin and artisan would roll a yellow die, and they get +1 to the die roll because the artisan is supporting the goblin here. And as you get more units on that regiment, the chances of hitting with that die roll increases. And then she gets 1 black die. So we're going to go ahead and roll those. And both both her and the swordsman actually made a hit here. The goblin and artisan rolled a 4, plus 1 would make it a 5, and they need a 9 or better, so they missed. But there was only one elf, so the elf would perish. We'd remove the elf. We would remove the attack marker, and we would place the coat of arms marker on there, showing that she claimed that territory. Now, because Gwen took the territory and won a battle, she goes up on her victory track. So she scored 1 victory here. So she's getting stronger. And she also gets awarded 1 blue discovery card because she won a battle. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over. She received the Cloak of Shadows. So going forward, if future battles go poorly, she can don this cloak and allow the hero to withdraw into the shadows and move to an adjacent friendly territory if available. Otherwise, she must stay and fight. So this might be a good defensive card for her if she gets in trouble later in the game. Now, there were no other cards to be collected during this turn because the knight used diplomacy, and you need to win a battle on offense to gain a provincial red card here. So that's finished. She did actually go up on the victory track because she has a 2-territory province now. So she's going to score 2 points on the victory track. She still needs this territory here to own this province. So she might be able to get that next round. And she needs these 2 territories to get this large 3-territory province. So that would be later in the game. Now she can go ahead and deploy new units. So these are going to go with the stronghold. All new units have to come out on a stronghold. So later in the game, if she were to take this stronghold, she could place new units there as well. Or she could build a stronghold later in the game, say up here if she owned this territory, and new units could be deployed there. Finally, she's going to collect resources. She gets 1 gold piece for each territory that she occupies. She has 1 here, and 1 here, and 1 here, and here. So she's going to get 4 gold pieces for each territory. So now she has 5. And she's going to get 1 resource for each artisan that she has working the land. She has 1 in her army, so that artisan is chopping wood. So she's going to get 1 wood for that. And this new artisan came out and is making food, so she's going to get 1 food for that artisan. Now, if both artisans were in this territory, they would only produce the 1 resource. They would not produce 2. So you want to keep your artisans spread out during the game. The player can only have up to 3 artisans on the board at one time. So this is the end of her turn, so it would go to the next player's turn, and the game would continue. Hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.